Hey small groups, welcome to week 3 of Breakthrough, where we're talking about the 4 stages of our spiritual life and the barriers that keep us from breaking through. Today we're talking about the spiritual stage of Found It. Here's a recap from this past Sunday's message. This week, Corey broke down one of Jesus' parables in Matthew chapter 13, verses 1 to 23, the parable of the sower. In this parable, there's 4 types of soil, and they represent the environment of people's hearts when they receive the seeds, the seed being the message of the kingdom of God. And so there's 4 types of soil, and we focused primarily on the first 3. First, the path. That's the soil that's packed down so hard that seed can't penetrate it. Unlike people who are looking for something, this soil isn't receptive to the message of the kingdom at all. Secondly, there's the rocky places. This is where someone hears the word and at once receives it with joy, but they have no root. For them, it's a primarily emotional experience, an experience of the affections, but with no knowledge or practice or community that would allow for that root to grow deep. And third, there's the soil among the thorns. Corey said that this was the greatest barrier to deepening faith. There's some soil here, some willingness to accept the word that's planted, but there's other plants like the worries of this life and the deceitfulness of wealth that are competing with it, even choking it out. So along the way, Corey pointed out these barriers to growth. Number 1, a wrong idea of what it means to be a Christian. 2, a faith that's mostly based on feelings without deep roots. 3, an unhealthy preoccupation with the issues of the day. 4, being seduced by the allure of money. So the question is, how do we break through? Well, there's several things that we can do. We can accept that being a Christian is more than just your forgiveness, but rather it's about an active faith that causes us to follow Jesus. We can also make sure that we don't settle for a shallow faith, but rather that we cultivate a willingness to do hard things. In other words, we act like a tiller. We break up the hard soil and we allow room for deep roots. Finally, we remember that the kingdom of heaven is worth giving everything for. Now it's time to hear your thoughts. Have a great small group meeting, and thank you for taking the time to make your small group a priority.